is KD8SLG. Been linking the repeater up to the N5XQK Memorial Boredom Breaker Net for the next couple of hours. K5CFY Ray has the first hour, KI5OZZ has the second hour, I believe. You're not only welcome but encouraged to check in with both NCOs on their respective hours. And that starts at the top of the hour. Everyone, please stand by. KD8SLG clear.
W8WKY.
Hey, we're running. Yep, 7 days a week it occurs, Nick. KCFQV. Hey, Mobile, listening. Lot 8, Whiskey Delta Oscar, Mobile, on frequency.
QST, calling all radio amateurs to the N5XQK Memorial Boredom Breaker Net. This net is sponsored by the Rogers County Wireless Association. I'll be net control for the first hour of the net. My name is Ray, Romeo Alpha Yankee, and my call is K5CFY, Kilo 5 Charlie, Foxtrot Yankee. We meet here every day on the RCWA repeater, the 147.090 positive offset with the 88.5 PL tone. This repeater is located at the Rogers State University in Claremore, Oklahoma. The net starts every day at noon Central Time, or 1800 UTC. The net runs for a couple of hours, sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less, depending on the check-ins. We are linked with the Allstar node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. They are linked up 24 hours a day. On Wednesday, we are linked up with Silver Creek Amateur Radio Association's W8WKY repeater, and we thank all the folks up there for linking us up for the first 2 hours on every Wednesday. An informal net with many check-ins, but we like to take a little time for rag chew, so we welcome all check-ins. Check in and tell us what's going on in your part of the world. We're using Netlogger as our logging program. You can go to netlogger.org, download the program, select the net, which is the RCWA C4 or Boredom Breaker Net N5XQK, and you can follow us along, see who all is checked in. It also has a name window, which is almost instant message. Before we get the net started, do we have any emergency traffic holding for the net? If so, please call now. Any is always a good thing. Should an emergency arise during our net, get our attention with break or break. We'll stop the net and help in any way we can. Today's a very special day. We lost our good friend Johnny Renfro, N5XQK, 3 years ago on today. Johnny started the Boredom Breaker Net on April 3rd of 2020. Johnny only lived to see the net for about 9 months and 27 days. He didn't get to see all of the check-ins that we're getting these days, how many check-ins we've had, and all that. Johnny was a great guy. Everybody in northeast Oklahoma and actually all over that he talked to and everything. He started the ham rescue group here in Oklahoma, a group of volunteers that go out and help people put up antennas, take down antennas, or whatever they might need. Was one of my best friends. Definitely will miss him. At this time, I'd like to leave a moment of silence while we think about our good friend Johnny. Very much. Well, Mr. Dustin, I think, had to work today, so I'll do my best to fill his shoes, which is impossible. Dustin's a great guy and does a great job on the nets. We definitely enjoy hearing him. So I've got a couple off the blue screen. I got Bill in there, N5GLO. I heard Mark come in there, Kilo Charlie 8 Fox Queen Victor. There was another station that all I heard was mobile. If that station is still there, would you come back and give me your call sign, please? I checked in a few minutes ago, and you were mobile. Give me your call sign. I guess we'll just pass him up. All right. I'm going to go ahead and put Dustin in there off of the blue screen. Do we have anybody else that would like to check into the net?
Alpha Bravo 8 Mike Oscar, AV8MO, short time.
This is Kilo Delta 8 Echo Papa 8 Kilo Oscar Charlie Echolink Mobile.
This is K5BDL Kilo 5 Bravo Delta Lima, Brad in Tyler, Texas via Allstar.
This is Kilo Delta 4 Yankee Victor Victor, KD BV, Jeff in Virginia, in and out.
All right, let's hold it up right there. We had quite a few doubles and everything. Let's see if I can pick all this out here. We got Bill in there, N5GLO. We got Mark, KC8 Fox Queen Victor. We got Mr. Dustin in there, KD8 EPC. There was a Kilo Charlie 8. Didn't get all your call signs. Then I had Fred in there, KA8 KOC. And then we got Brad, K5BDL. And then I got Jeff in there. I need to correct your call sign there. So let's go to the top there and let's get Bill in there. N5GLO. No, let's get Andy. Andy was short time. AB5MO. Andy, go ahead.
All right, this is AB8MO. Hello there, Ray, and that may have been KC8MRC Bob. Mike Romeo Charlie, Kilo Charlie 8 Mike Romeo Charlie. That's the only one I can think of off the top of my head who normally gets in here and has a KC8 call. Anyway, just thanks for getting me in there, Ray. I guess I'm 1 for 3 so far. I didn't get past 015 for the barometer net. So nobody heard me in Doylestown this morning, but I guess they're hearing me now and everywhere else. So we'll catch y'all hopefully on the beacon net tonight. It's about freezing here. It feels like a downright heat wave. I gotta wear my Bermuda shorts this afternoon. Thanks for picking up the net for Dustin, and we'll catch y'all tonight hopefully. K5CFY. This is AV8MO at the lunch table.
W8WKY.
All right, Andy. Always good to hear from you, my friend, and you take care and enjoy talking to you. All right, let's go talk to Bill, N5GLO. Bill, how's everything down in Texas this afternoon? I'm not sure what happened there, but I did not hear a word you said there, Bill. I'm not sure what happened there. I heard you check in, or got you on, but anyway, didn't hear a thing.
Let me try again. Am I getting in now, N5GLO? I think my microphone got turned off.
Yep, you're in there good, Bill. Go ahead.
Okay, that's what happens with some of this technology. I bumped my microphone earlier and turned it off. N5GLO to the net. Howdy, Ray, and everybody. It's about 60 degrees out here on my porch, feeling good. So if I'm not going to lie, if we got, he says just because they're above freezing, put it on computer shorts. I'm not taking. I ain't thinking about going anything less here, just because it is 60 here. And you probably heard my dog is third-party traffic back there. So anyway, having a nice day and just enjoying it. A little light rain going on. N5GLO, back at you.
Ready, Bill. Yep, a little third-party traffic there. We enjoy that, and we got just a little bit of rain here. It started and then kind of quit, I think, but we're supposed to get more. But anyway, good to hear you in there, Bill. Have a great afternoon. Enjoy the warmer weather. We're up to 48, and it's really cloudy, but I don't know how much warmer it's good. But we're enjoying it. Thank you, Bill. We'll clear with N5GLO. Let's go talk to Mark, KC8 Fox Queen Victor, and Dustin will grab you next. Mark, go ahead.
All right, KC8 Fox Queen Victor, good afternoon. And make sure you get Nick in there sometime, because I think it was Nick that tied the thing together. But hell, everything is going good. It was sunny this morning, and I don't know what it's doing. Well, it's getting gray out. Gray out. But, I've been sawing logs a lot. So we'll send it back to the net. But everything's going good here. So, I went to a club meeting last night. They talked about last night was hurricanes. Yeah, I talked about the hurricanes and the hurricane net. The day before it was the Raspberry Pis. So I might go tonight to a meeting. So we'll send it back to net control, KCLQ8.
Thanks for checking in there with us. We'll clear with KC8 Fox Queen Victor. Let's go Mr. Dustin there. KD8 EPC. Dustin, go ahead.
CFY and the Boredom Breaker Net. Well, good afternoon, Mr. Ray, and thank you for covering my hour. Let me just tell you a little story here. So, I go in this morning, my buddy calls me, asks me if I help him do a fuel tank today, and so we get there, and we told the lady 3 weeks ago we were coming. We called her yesterday, told her we were coming, and so we get there today. We go to open the basement door, and there's some stairs that go up and out of the house. Well, we open it, and half of the stairs are just not there. They never finished building them. I don't know what. So that's problem number one. Then we get in the basement there, and there's like 3 big, heavy gun safes that are standing right in our way that haven't been moved. So long story short, we didn't end up doing the job today. Her and her husband are going to get some things going, and hopefully maybe we'll be there tomorrow, but I kind of have my doubts. So that's how my day's been, but otherwise, we just got back to the house here. We're getting ready to go run to the gym, I think, and maybe just kind of have a relaxing afternoon. So once again, Ray, I appreciate you covering me. Thank you so much, and boy, I don't have a net tonight either, so I'm just going to enjoy a responsible free day. So with that, My phone's ringing. This is KD8EPC. I gotta run. 73, y'all.
Howdy, Dustin. Well, thanks for checking in there. I was going to offer to let you go ahead and just finish up the net if you'd like, but if you got to go, you got to go. All right, we'll clear there with Dustin, KD8EPC. Next up is, I think it was Bob, Kilo Charlie 8, and Andy said it might be MRC, but KC8, if you tried to check in a while ago, come on back.
This is Kilo Charlie 8, Mike Romeo Charlie. The name is Bob. I live in Oakwood Village, and it was me. Apparently I got walked on partly, and I thank AV8MO for clarifying that. Don't have too much for tonight or for today's net. Want to say hello to everybody and hope everybody has a nice rest of the day. And I'll say 7-3 to one and all. This is KC8 MRC.
Hey, Bob, we got you in there, and it might have been Andy that stopped on you there. I'm not real sure, but I heard the KC8 loud and clear and then nothing. So I'm glad we got you in there from Oakwood Village here in Ohio. Have a great afternoon, and come back and join us anytime. All right, we'll clear up the KC8 MRC. Let's go to Fred, Whiskey Alpha 8, Kilo Oscar Charlie. Fred, welcome to the net. Go ahead.
K5CFY, WA8KOC. Good afternoon, Ray. Thank you for taking my check-in. I appreciate that. I hope you're having a good day on your end. A wonderful Wednesday, as we would all say. It's SuperNet Wednesday, so there's going to be a lot of activity here on our frequency as well as yours. Whatever you do, I hope you're going to stay safe, and I hope that the weather's good for you guys out there. It's nearly 40 degrees here in Akron, Ohio. Unbelievable. And it's, I think, 46 or 47 tomorrow. The bottom is probably going to drop off, but we'll just live with it. You know, it is Ohio weather. It's like a roller coaster. My best wishes to my pal Dustin. I missed him last night on the Tuesday night Silver Creek Amateur Radio Association net, and that was not prescription, but yeah, I blew it. So hopefully he'll forgive me. And good hearing you in here and everyone else. Everybody have a wonderful Wednesday. 7-3 to everyone. And thanks again, Ray. Great job as always. K5CFY, WA8KOC.
Ready, Fred. Well, you didn't miss Stefan last night. You missed Dustin. I got to check into the net last night, and Mr. Dustin was running it, so I'm not sure what happened to Stefan. But anyway, good to hear you, Fred. Always a pleasure. Starting off my day with the barometer net, and you do a great job, and we look forward to hearing you soon. So we'll say 73 to you, Fred. Have a great afternoon. All right, let's go to Brad there in Texas, Kilo 5, Bravo Delta Lima. And Jeff, you'll be up next. Brad, go ahead.
Net, this is K5BDL in Tyler. Good afternoon, Ray, and everyone on board. 57 degrees here in northeast Texas, and about a quarter of an inch of rain so far in the rain gauge. We're in between showers right now, expecting some more this afternoon, and then by tomorrow morning, I think they said there'll be around a thunderstorm, so it may be a little interesting. Working next weekend, so today's my Saturday. Be back at work tomorrow to finish out the week and the weekend. So it may be quite a bumpy drive into work tomorrow morning, so we'll see. I'll turn it back over to you, K5BDL.
W8WK.
Yep, I think that's about the same forecast we have here. We have 0.02 of an inch of rain, and it looks like it stopped. But there's more coming, and it's supposed to turn to maybe thunderstorms tomorrow or something. But anyway, good to hear you, Brad. have yourself a great afternoon and stay safe. 73. We'll clear with Kilo 5, Bravo Delta Lima. Let's go to Virginia and talk to Jeff. Kilo Delta 4, Yankee Victor Victor. Jeff, go ahead.
Yes. Fine. I wish you could see this chat. I got a little bit bigger than a kid now. I forgot how many weeks he is. But he does two things. Right now, his birds. He's staring me right now. He likes. I got food. I joke about his little Japanese eyes. Great thing. And sit there and look.
I'm not sure what happened. We probably got 20% of everything you said there. You were just coming and dropping in and out, just a syllable here and a syllable there. So if you'd like, come back and get to a better location and check back in. We'll give it another try. But we'll clear with you, Jeff. Thanks for checking in with us, and we'll clear with Kilo Delta 4, Yankee Victor Victor. And Kevin, I apologize. I know you're mobile, and I didn't put it down, and I forgot all about you, Kevin. Sorry to say. Hope we didn't lose him. KG4 OYS. Kevin, are you still there? I definitely missed him, and I forgot that he's always mobile. All right, this is Ray, K5CFY with the N5XQK Memorial Boredom Breaker Net. We're at the bottom of the list, and we're looking for additional check-ins.
Whiskey 3 Echo Tango Bravo, W3ATB.
Kilo Indy 5, Oscar Zulu Zulu, KI 5 beyond Texas, Oklahoma.
Please copy Kilo Echo 8 Uniform India Bravo, KE8 UID, John, Ohio.
W3ATB on mobile.
KE8TQR, Keith in Ohio.
In there, Eddie. Got you twice, but we're only going to talk to you once, and you are mobile. We'll grab you first. Then we had Miss Nancy in there, KI50ZZ. Kind of doubled there with another station. I caught Alpha Mike Lima. We'll fill that in. And then we had John, KE8 UIB. Let's go to Eddie in the mobile. Eddie, go ahead. Welcome to the net. How you doing, my friend?
Yeah, hi, Ray. Actually, I wasn't sure the first time when I said in my call that I actually didn't double with somebody, because I usually wind up doing that, doubling. And I come in a little later and try just to make sure that I'm actually in there. Actually on my way to Jiffy Lube. I need to get my windshield wipers changed desperately. And I checked the price of Jiffy Lube and what they would cost to put them on for me, and the cost of picking them up from the auto parts store, and I found the price was about the same. So I think I'll just go ahead and let Jiffy Lube put them on and save myself the effort. I've done it before by myself, but it's always nice if you get somebody else to do it. So the only problem is, of course, sitting and waiting at Jiffy Lube until they get around to doing it. So other than that, I mean, we got some really good weather here today in Annapolis. It's 57 degrees which is really great. 57, it feels like 57. They were calling for some high wind, but so far we've been pretty lucky. We haven't gotten any of that. So just wanted to say hi, Ray. I haven't talked to you for a little bit, but I'll talk to you later. W3ATB, back to net.
All right, Eddie. Well, good to hear from you. And you're sounding good there in the mobile, but you mobile safely out there. Enjoy the warmer weather, and we'll see 73 to you. We'll clear with Whiskey 3 Echo Tango Bravo. Let's go to talk to Miss Nancy, KI5 OZZ. Nancy, go ahead.
K5 CFY and the rest of the Boredom Breaker netizens, good afternoon from KI5 OZZ. Just a quick note to Eddie there. When I took the pickup down to O'Reilly's and I got new wiper blades for it, I could get the driver's side done, but I couldn't get the passenger side off to save my ever-loving tuchus, and the clerk came out there and she popped it off and popped the new one on for me. So sometimes they'll do that. I don't know how things are run out in Annapolis, but sometimes they'll do that instead of having to go find someone else to do it. But anywho, it's kind of a cloudy, dreary afternoon. It keeps getting darker, and I guess we're going to get some rain later on at some point in time today. So hopefully we'll get a little bit, and not all at once, because we definitely could use a drink in the ground out here. So I'll hand it back to you, Ray, and stand by for the top of the hour. Good to hear you in there, and everyone else. 73 from KI5 OZZ.
Miss Nancy, good to hear you in there. Heard you this morning on the barometer net there, and anyway, good to hear you. Have a great afternoon. We'll be talking to you here in a little bit at the top of the hour, so everybody hang around and check in and recheck with Miss Nancy. All right, let's go back to Texas there and talk to Brandon. I think it was Kilo Romeo 4 Alpha Mike Lima. Brandon, was that you? Go ahead.
KR4AML, yes sir, this is Brandon. I'm still not in Texas though. I'm in the beautiful state of North Carolina in downtown Greensboro. It is a beautiful 65, 66 degrees outside. The sun is shining. I'm trying to get a little bit of work done here before the rain moves in on Friday, but I am already up to my knees in mud and I'm ready to go home. So I'm in the truck getting me a drink of water and a little bit of a snack, and I thought I would jump in here and tell everybody good afternoon and 23s, and hoping everyone is having a beautiful day. KR4AML, Brandon in North Carolina, back to net control.
Righty, Brandon. Well, I heard the AML, and I was pretty sure that was you, so I took a chance, and anyway, I'm glad it was, and thanks for checking in with us. You be careful out there and stay safe. All right, we'll clear with Kilo Romeo 4 Alpha Mike Lima, and let's go to John, Kilo Echo 8 Uniform India Bravo. John, welcome to the net. Good afternoon.
KI5OZZ from K8UIB. Good afternoon, Ray. Everybody out on the net. Just want to chime on this wonderful Wednesday afternoon and say hello to everybody as I'm working away here in good old Hartville, and we're modifying some legs for the press to try to stabilize it up some. So that's the afternoon project here at work. So with that, I hope everybody's having a good day. I'm going to go ahead and hand this back over to net control. This is K8UIB 73, y'all. Thanks for running the net, Ray.
W8W.
All right, John. Appreciate you checking in there, and save all those nickels. We're good to hear you. All right, we'll clear there with Kilo Echo 8 Uniform India Bravo, and off of the blue screen we have Greg, Alpha India 5 Hotel Victor. Good afternoon, Greg. Hope you and Miss Judy are doing fine.
Good afternoon, Ray, and everyone else on the net. This is Greg, Alpha India 5, Hotel Victor. And Judy and I just got back from grocery shopping, and let me just say that I'm still struggling with the amount of money you spend versus the amount of groceries that you buy at the store.
Roger that. Well, how many dozen of eggs did you have to get? And how many, did you have to take a loan out?
Well, we didn't buy any eggs this week, but last week after the Costco South was out of eggs, we went to Sam's there at 71st and Mingo, and then Judy went up north, Costco North, and got some up there, and man, they're definitely pricey for a package of 24 eggs. I guess it's about $8 or something like that. Okay, Judy says it's $6.88 for that many, but anyway, that it just seems like the dollars don't go near as far as we would like them to, for sure.
Roger that. Yeah, I can remember back when I was a kid going grocery shopping with my mom and dad, and $25 you could have that 4 or 5 big brown paper sacks full of groceries, and now you can all carry it in one little plastic bag.
Yeah, that is kind of sad, but Trump's got a plan, and we'll just trust that things are going to turn out well, and don't want it to become a political thing, but just hoping for the best. Ray, hope you and Karen and Fred are doing well, and I'll bet Fred's glad that he went out and did his morning walk this morning, and because it seems to be a little bit of a light rain out there right now.
All right, I switched over to the node. We just lost the repeater, I think. I was doing RF, and it went blank, so I'm not sure what happened there. I think anybody on RF is probably going to not be hearing anything. I'll have to see if we, I don't know who else can send a text to Jeff or maybe Justin's Jarris is listening. Anyway, thanks for checking in there, Greg, and wave a hand there at Miss Judy, and you guys have a great afternoon.
Yeah, thank you, Ray. I appreciate it, and good luck with the repeater there. Hopefully they're able to get that squared away in short order. With that, I'll say 7-3, Ray. Hope you, Karen, and Fred have a wonderful rest of your day and a great rest of your week. This is Alpha India 5, Hotel Victor, and I'm clear.
Alrighty. Well, thank you there, Greg, and Miss Nancy's on it, so hopefully we'll get whatever the problem is out at the repeater side, getting the RF back on. So this is Ray, K5CFY with the N5 XQK Memorial Boredom Breaker Net. Anybody out there that would like to check in, please call.
Echo 8.
K5CFY, this is Kilo Delta 8 Sierra Lima Golf, KD8 SLG, Nick in Ohio.
Kilo Juliet 5, Echo Papa Uniform, NJ5 EPU, Kendrick in an 18-wheeler, I'll be in and out.
QFE Sherpa Toaster, Mark in Watford, Ohio. In and out today.
KE8 SFS. Mark, go ahead.
I'm in and out today, Ray. My back is hurting really bad. You know, I took laying down, resting and that. So I'm just going to be in and out today. Okay? Q8, sir, Pato, sir.
Howdy, Mark. Checking in there with us, and have yourself a good afternoon. 73 tickets.
KC5 RBG.
KC5 RBG, KD8 SLG. Hey Shannon, can you hear anything on RF out there? Because I'm getting nothing through the nodes.
5 CFY. Nick, can you hear me?
K5 CFY, KD8 SLG. I hear you now, Ray.
W8
is down at the repeater there, so I got my HT up on the node, and I can also talk. The RF is still working. I don't know if I can do both at the same time or not.
That sounds complicated, Ray. I would go with the locals, KD8 SLG.
Alrighty, we're going to see what happens here. This is Ray, K5 CFY. We're at the bottom of the list there. We did pick up Aussie. I think Kilo Oscar 5 Sierra India Echo. Aussie, go ahead.
Ray, I didn't hear him on the node checking in. You might be having the wrong radio there. KC5 RBG.
8WKY. Repeater PL1 14.8.
Well, Ray, I appreciate it much. Thank you for understanding. I know it's not exactly what I want to happen with the new install, but like I said, things happen, and I was like, well, I can't fix this till I get home, so I have to take the console out to get to it. So that's just one of those things that happen. So with that said, I'll get out of here and let you get back to that. Thank you for checking me in, W5JEM.
We appreciate you checking in there with us from Broken Arrow. Come back anytime you can, and you are sounding good. All right, let's really see if this is actually working. I seen Keith on the blue screen there. Kilo Echo 8, Tango, Quebec, Romeo. Keith, can you hear me? Go ahead.
CFY, this is KE8TQR. Let me make sure you can hear me, Ray.
End of the net, please call.
KJ5, Julie, Victor, Victor.
KF8AXO, Dave and Green, in and out. Kilo Echo
04 Oscar Golf, K4OG, Markin Copley.
Alrighty, we picked up middle mark there, K4OG. Alright, let's go to the top there and see if Kilo Juliet 5, Juliet Victor Victor. Go ahead.
Great. This is Kilo Juliet 5, Victor Victor in Tulsa. Just taking a break for lunch. I figured I'd jump on here and listen to you guys and see how everything's going and just practice
talking to you guys, and just having a wonderful day, and I'm hoping you guys are doing the same. Great.
Thanks for checking in with us, and appreciate it. Hope you're having a great day.
Back to the net. Thanks, Greg.
Hey, well, have a great day, and thanks for checking in. 73. We're clear with Kilo Juliet 5, Juliet Victor Victor. Let's go to talk to Mark up in Ohio. I guess they got things working again there. So we got Mark here, middle Mark, Kilo 4 Oscar Golf, and then we'll go to Keith, Kilo Echo 8 Tango Quebec Romeo. Mark, go ahead. Welcome to the net.
K5CFY, K4OG. Well, thank you, Ray. Yeah, I had the Silver Creek dashboard pulled up, and I saw some dancing going on. Said, oh my goodness, it's the boredom breaker net. And I tried to get in with the DV switch and connected to our node up here, but I didn't hear but half the conversation. Scratching my head. I tried the N5XPK. I couldn't get in that way. So, by gosh, Echolink got me in. There you go. Y'all have a good afternoon. K4OG, back to net.
Alrighty, Mark. Well, what happened, the internet down at the repeater went out, and we had to reboot it. Luckily, we could do it. So we got it rebooted, and because Echolink and Allstar were both out, till we got the internet back on. But looks like it's all working again. Appreciate you checking in there, Mark, and hope you're having a good day.
Yes, sir. 73's Ray. Good talking to you, like always. We'll see you on the next net. K4OG.
Alrighty, Mark. Appreciate it. 73 to you. All right, let's try it. Keith again. Kilo Echo 8, Tango Quebec Romeo.
K5CFY, KE8TQR. I'm just going to keep talking, Ray. Hopefully you can hear me. Anyway, good to hear you. It's been a while since you and I have chatted, and it's good to be here on your hour. And hello, everyone else who can hear me. And I hope everyone, wherever you are having a wonderful Wednesday and a great day. I know I am. I did some running around this morning, had some places I had to stop, pick up a few things here. And I just got done lunch, and I figured I'd get on this here net and say hi to everyone. So the good news I have here, or the new news I have here, it's good news as well. My amplifier, which I was on a waiting list for a little over 5 months, arrived yesterday in fine condition. Thanks to UPS. I won't get into that story, but it's here. It's a Mercury 3S. It's supposed to be a really good amplifier from the two people I know that have them, and that's what I have here. And sooner or later, I'll have the 220 outlet for it put in, and I'll be able to get that online with all the rest of the radios. Other than that, that's about all I got. I just want to wish everyone a wonderful Wednesday, a great evening, great rest of the week. And wherever you are, be careful out there if you're traveling. So I'll turn it back over to you, Ray. Fine job running the net today. Glitches, technology, hey, that's the way it goes. So it's back to you, Ray. Have a fine afternoon, and we'll talk to you all later. This is KE8TQR saying 73, and God bless.
All right, Keith. Well, thanks for sticking with us here, and till we got things back rolling again. And actually, this was Dustin's hour, and he had something come up, and so told him I would try to replace him, which is impossible for me to do. But anyway, thanks for checking in there, Keith. Glad you got your amp there. UPS ain't the same since I retired from it, so there you go. All right. This is Ray, K5CFY with the N5XQK Memorial Boredom Breaker Net. We're at the bottom of the list, and we'd like to take some more check-ins. So if you'd like to join us, come with your call sign.
Kilo
Kilo Delta 5, Alpha Foxtrot Sierra.
K5CFY, this is Kilo Delta 8, Sierra Lima Golf, KD8SLG, Nick in Ohio.
KF8AXO, Dave and Green, in and out.
4 Papa Kilo Papa, check in from Moxville.
KG8YTY.
We had a double there at the last. I got Grant, Kilo Delta 5, Alpha Foxtrot Sierra, and got Nick back. We couldn't get him all ago, but I think he's back in there. Then there was 2 stations in there, and I didn't get either one of them. So if I didn't call your, if you aren't Nick or Grant, give me your call sign.
KF8, Dave and Green, in and out.
Try that again. Kilo India 8 or something. All I got was a Kilo 8.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Alpha, X-Ray, Oscar, Dave and Green, in and out.
That time, David. Sorry about that. Just wasn't catching it there. But Kilo Foxtrot 8, Alpha, X-Ray, Oscar. There was another station that tried to check in. It had a P and a S. I'm not real sure exactly, but come on back in here.
It was me, Kilo Juliet 5, Echo Papa Uniform, KJ5 EPU, and the 18 wheeler, and I'll be in and out.
Well, we got you in there a while ago, but there was another station in there ending with PSP or something like that.
Whiskey Quebec 4, Papa Kilo Papa.
Hey, we got you in there that time. All right, let's go to the top of the list there and get Mr. Grant. KD5 AFS. Grant, go ahead.
K5CFY, KD5 AFS. Good afternoon, Ray, and everybody else out there. Not much of anything going on around here, Ray. I'm kind of waiting for the rain to come up from Texas. I guess we could use it. I've only got 0.3 of an inch on the weather station for the whole month, and 0.2 of that came snow melted, so not a whole lot of moisture in the ground. I guess we could use a little, and it's supposed to stay above freezing, so that's all I got, Ray. I know you're running out of time, so I'll get on out of here. KD5 AFS.
Righty, thank you there, Grant. Appreciate you checking in. And I've only got 0.02 of an inch here at my location, so anyway, we'll see what happens. We'll clear with KD5 AFS now. Let's go to Mr. Nick there, Kilo Delta 8 Sierra Lima Golf. Mr. Nick, good afternoon. Hope you are doing better.
K5CFY, this is KD8SLG. Good afternoon, Ray, and all the Boredom Breaker netizens. Oh, just another day in paradise, Ray. Just another day in paradise. But it is Wednesday, so I want to remind everybody about the Beacon Net tonight at 10 o'clock Eastern. That's 9 o'clock Tulsa time. Allstar node 48496, Echolink W8WKY-R. And if you can get here, you can get there because we are linked up with the Boredom Breaker Hub. And it's the Josh and Lucy show tonight, and they're always a good time, so tune in. Glad we got everything ironed out there, Ray, technically. We'll talk to you later on. It's KD8SLG, back to net control.
W8W.
Righty, well, thank you, Nick. I'm not sure if it was Jeff or the other Jeff or if it was Jairus, but somebody rebooted the internet out there, and got it back on the air and everything. So appreciate that, whoever did it. So thank you, Nick. Thanks for hanging around, and appreciate all you do. And thoughts and prayers are with you on your ankle there. Hope it heals on up there, and well, I know you said you got another therapy session. That's always a lot of fun too. So anyway, take care there, Nick, and 73 to you. We'll clear with Kilo Delta 8 Sierra Lima Golf. Let's go to David. I think he said he was in and out. Kilo Foxtrot 8 Alpha X-Ray Oscar. Go ahead.
Yeah, just heard you on the air. Thought I'd check in before I headed off to work. And you were in and out there for a while. I didn't know what was going on, but I'm glad to hear you're back. And wish all of you a happy day and be safe. This is Camp 8 AXO. Back to the net.
All right, David. Thanks for checking in there. Have a great afternoon there. All right, now let's go to Kendrick. Maybe he's got time to say something this time. Kilo Juliet 5 Echo Papa Uniform. And Peter, you'll be up next. Kendrick, go ahead.
I have any traffic. I don't have any traffic today, but besides, I'm finally heading to the house in about 6 weeks, finna see the wife and the kids. So they're gonna be a good thing. Take them out to play some football with the boys or something. But that's about it on my end today. KJ5 EPU, I'll be clear.
Hey, Jared. Kendrick, good thing. Thanks for that, and hope you have a great trip back there, and it'll be a lot of fun, I'm sure. Looking forward to it, I bet. All right, we'll clear with Kendrick there, the 18-wheel. Thanks for all you do for us there, Kendrick, hauling our stuff across the country. We'll clear with Kilo Juliet 5 Echo Papa Uniform, and now let's go to Whiskey, Quebec 4, Papa Kilo Papa. Go ahead, welcome to the net.
Yeah, thanks for letting me in there. I just installed a new feed line yesterday, a better one, I hope. Hopefully I'm getting out a little more clearly than I used to do. So how's my read today?
Good copy on you. Got a touch of white noise in the background there, but your audio is way above it and sounding good.
Well, that's good to know that all that work was not in vain. And seems like I always have a little bit of white noise. I don't know if that's just my radio or interference or something else I've got running in the background. But at any rate, it's good to check in with you guys. Glad to hear you're up and running. I'm going to say 73 to everybody and send it back to the net. WP4 Papa Kilo Papa Clear.
Thanks for checking in there with us. Have yourself a great afternoon there, and come back anytime you can. Alrighty, it's at the top of the hour, so I'm looking for Miss Nancy, KI5OZZ. Nancy, are you out there?
K5CFY, this is KI5OZZ. Yes, sir, I am. I'll let you go ahead and close your end out.
Alrighty. Well, I'd like to thank everybody that took time to check into the net today. Hope you hang around and come back and talk with Miss Nancy on the second hour there. So I'll say 73, everyone. Take care. Thank the Silver Creek Amateur Radio Association for hooking us up on Wednesday. Sorry you guys had to listen to me instead of Mr. Dustin today, but anyway, thanks for checking in, and this is Ray, K5CFY. We'll turn it over to Miss Nancy, K5OZZ, and I'll be clear.
Well, thank you, Ray. It's great to hear you on the radio and doing your part of the net, even though it's not Dustin. But anywho, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Kilo India 5 Oscar Zulu Zulu KI5OZZ the Oz. The handle is Nancy November Alpha November Charlie Yankee. I'll be your net control for the next hour or so. And I had a subject picked out for the day, but I kind of changed my mind considering the circumstances of the date. Let me let it drop a sec. I think it would be appropriate to ask about who was your Elmer. And if you still remember their call sign and everything, just give a howdy and a thanks to all of our Elmers today. I think that'd be most appropriate. So with that, I'll go ahead and start taking calls. This is KI5OZZ for the net. I'm listening.
November 3, Mike Delta Charlie, M3, MDC, Michael in Winston-Salem.
Whiskey Alpha 8, Kilo Oscar Charlie, WAA.
Turn right on Northfield Road.
Fred, Akron, Echolink, Mobile.
Kilo Delta 5, Alpha Foxtrot Sierra.
KK4I08, Michael in West Memphis.
This is Alpha Bravo 8 Mike Cox, VNMO.
Well, fine business indeed. Let me see who I got here. I've got Michael, N3MDC. I've got Fred in the mobile, WAAKOC. I've got Grant, KD5AFS. I've got Michael, KK4IOH, and AB8MO. Andy, were you mobile?
Yeah, you could just throw me at the back of the bus there, Nancy. No problem, no hurry. ABNMO.
Well, I'll do that, but just be nice to Nick. Hi. Let's pick up Fred, our first mobile. Actually, before I do, I want to throw Ray a reminder to give me the green on the Netlogger. Hi. So I can start logging. And Fred, we'll kick it off with you. WAAKOC in the mobile. Let's remember your Elmers.
Good afternoon, Nancy. I did not catch the question of the day. Something, I think, about a movie. I'll throw it back to you so I can answer.
Well, considering, Fred, that today is the anniversary of Johnny Renfro's passing, I think it would be appropriate to remember all of our Elmers. So any Elmers you still remember the call signs of, let's throw them out there and let us remember them.
Aha! Alrighty. Thanks, Nancy. Thanks for taking my check-in. I appreciate it. Don't mean to butt in here. I know you've got a lot of calls coming in. My Elmers. Two, especially. KE8B, Doug Bade, and W8CJB, Silent Key, his father. We were in Masonic Lodge together, and they got me involved in ham radio. And my father was in ham radio back in the 60s. That's whose call sign I hold. So it's been a special time. Special talking to you. Good to hear you and everybody else in here on the net. Have yourself a wonderful Wednesday. Be safe. And again, thanks for taking my check-in. 7-3 to you, girl. KI5OZZ and the Boredom Breaker Net, WA8KOC.
W8WKY.
Fine business, Fred. Fine business. You make sure and mobile safe out there and have a wonderful Wednesday. Let's clear with WA8KOC and pick up Michael, N3MDC. Welcome to the net this afternoon. Give us the call signs of your Elmers. Share those with us today.
Well, Nancy, see one of them would be K1HG. That would be my dad. He got... Norman Harrell, N4NH, who lived in Nashville. He passed away many years ago. He actually gave me my 5 words per minute code test, and I passed that on the first try. And he encouraged me to get my ham license, which I got it. And when I moved back to North Carolina, when I moved back here from Colorado, I had lunch with him in Asheville, and he was really proud of me when I got my ham license. And I had lunch with him a few times before he passed away. So those are 2 of my main Elmers I had when I got my ham license. So back to you, Nancy, and 3MDC.
Roger that, Michael. Thank you for sharing your Elmers with us, and you make sure and have a wonderful Wednesday. And 73 to N3MDC. And let me make a call out here. I think there was a YL that came and doubled. Was there a young lady that I missed from that set?
Hey, Nancy, I just passed you the green, KD5AFS.
Thank you, Grant. I appreciate that. And you're next up on the list anyway, so I must have been hearing things. So KD5AFS, welcome to the net, and share your Elmers with us if you would, please.
Okay, Nancy, yeah, I had to put the password in like I was going to log, and then I promoted you to logger, and then I clicked stop logging. So you should be good to go. KI5OZZ, KD5AFS. Good afternoon, Nancy, and everybody else out there. Not much on here, Nancy. Like I told Ray, is waiting for the rain to come in because we could use some. My Elmer, that's an easy one, Nancy. My Elmer was Jim Pickett, K5 LAD here in Owasso, and he passed on about just a little over a year ago. So, and I really miss him. We used to chat almost every afternoon on the 146-700. So, anyhow, Nancy, thanks for picking me up, and I will send it back to you. KD5AFS.
I'll find business there, Grant, and thanks for sharing Jim with us. I appreciate that. You have a wonderful Wednesday, and 73 at you. We'll clear with KD5 AFS. And let's pick up Michael, KK4IOH. Welcome to the show this afternoon. We're sharing Elmers this afternoon. Lay on us some call signs, any and all of your Elmers.
Good evening, Nancy, and everyone on the net this afternoon. This is Michael, Kilo 4, India Oscar Hotel, West Memphis, Arkansas. Just hanging in through the drops and everything, and you and Ray have just run it like a boss, even with the technical difficulties happening. And, I think that most hams throughout their radio life probably have multiple Elmers. I definitely fall under that category. A couple that come to mind. They're both silent key now, but they both kind of helped shape me into the not-so-green ham that I am today, even though radio has always been in my blood ever since I was a small child. My first actual paying job and first career was in the broadcast world, and got to follow some engineers around. So a non-ham Elmer was Doc Graves. He was engineer of the second radio station that I worked at, but I followed him around a lot when I was a wee little tot, and I wish I had been old enough to soak a lot of it in and learn more from him. After I became a ham, my HF Elmer was Mike. His call sign at the time was K4EAR. That's been reassigned now. He's now silent key, but learned a lot about HF, and he was always glad to get outside and string out some wire and help me build an antenna or just try to learn or whatever I wanted to try. He was always there to kind of help guide me. And David, KD4NOQ, got me into APRS and D-Star and some digital modes, and he liked microwave and weak signal work, so he would talk to me about absolutely anything that was on my mind or any question I had for hours and hours and hours. But we always tried to solve all the world's radio problems. And anyway, sounds like you've got a good second hour started, Nancy. And I had a question for you. I'd like to know if you worked in radio, because you sound like a lot of people that worked in my first career. Back to that, KK4IOH.
Well, thank you for that, Michael, and thank you for sharing your Elmers with us. And no, not worked in radio as paid. It's only been amateur radio. But before that, I didn't really have an Elmer for any of the CBing that I did, and we only did it at harvest time to see, which truck was going to which combine, what field, and where they were in relation to the elevator in between the fields. So, and running the elevator, getting into contact with the trucks coming back to the elevator, So, other than that, no, that's all I got. But thank you for sharing with us. Appreciate the kind words. And we'll clear with KK4IOH, and let's pick up Andy at the back of the bus next to Nick. Hi. AB8MO, good afternoon. Share with us some of your Elmers.
K5OZZ, the Oz. This is AB8MO Mobile in Burton Township, Ohio. All righty, sharing the back of the bus with just Nick here. Let's see. I had a few guys that stand out. They're all dead now. I guess the one that stand out the most, the first one that I thought of was Whiskey 8 Oscar Kilo Echo, W8OKES. He helped me, supplied me with some radios because I was a new ham and didn't have a job, and they had no equipment, so he gave me an old Regency HR 212 crystal controlled radio, and only had 2 frequency pairs. This repeater, which I'm talking now, which still bears his call, by the way. He's been a silent keeper about 5 years, but we got it turned over to a club call sign, kind of like you did with Johnny Renfro after he became a silent key. So still got Ed's call on the repeater I'm talking on. But it had 2 frequency pairs, this and 146.94, which is another local repeater, and that was it. But I was thrilled to just get on the air, and that really opened up a can of worms. So they couldn't get rid of me for the longest time. But I eventually went QRT for probably about a decade, but I'm sort of back now. So that's all I got here from the land of snow and soon-to-be maple syrup. I was just thinking the weather's warming up. They should be starting to tap the trees here. Early February is when they start doing it, so it's right around the corner. Thanks for picking up the net. You do a wonderful job on your hour there, Nancy. This is AB8MO.
W8WK.
Well, fine business there, Andy, and thank you again for the kind words and for sharing your Elmer with us. You make sure in mobile safe out there, and yes, look forward to the land of snow and maple syrup with Andy, AB8MO. We'll clear with you, and wish you the most wonderful of Wednesdays. And with that, let's see, that's the bottom of the list, but I would be remiss in not mentioning any of my Elmers, so let me give it a break here. Well, my first Elmer that booted me into the ham radio world is now K5TES. Thank you, Travis, for that. And my current Travis, KD5UND, is always my Elmer. We always talk different avenues of theory all the time. K5CFY gave me my first not handheld radio and let me borrow coax. And KB5VDB let me borrow an antenna. AI5Q helped me build my first node, and Whiskey 7 AZC got me pointed in that direction, as did KC5 RBG, and the rest of the J-Link crew. You know who you are. And KI5 EGH, I actually built a copper cactus with him. He taught me how to do that. And my soon-to-be Elmer, let me let it drop a second. My soon-to-be Elmer for CW is NC5EE, and if you know CW, he made sure to get that custom call. So anyway, with that, I've hit the bottom of the list, and we are going over our Elmers today, ladies and gents. This is KI5OZZ for the N5XQK Boredom Breaker Net. Love to hear you come in. I'll be listening. Come on in.
KCA, Fox Claim Victor. Good afternoon, Nancy. KCFQV.
K4OG, Mark in Copley, Ohio.
TQR, Kilo Echo 8 Tango Quebec Romeo, Keith in Uniontown, recheck.
Whiskey Bravo 5, Victor Sierra Tango, recheck.
K5BDL, Kilo 5 Bravo, Delta Lima.
Now, let me pick it up there and confirm a few of these. Let's see here. We've got KC8FQV. I've got K4OG Mark, the other Mark, the Mark in the middle. I've got Keith, KE8TQR. And there's a couple that I didn't quite pick up all the way. I want to say Whiskey Bravo 5, Victor Sierra Romeo. Please correct me if I'm wrong.
Victor Sierra Tango.
QSL, gotcha. And I got a K5, I want to say that was Bravo Delta Lima, is that correct?
That is correct, Nancy. Brad in Tyler, Texas.
Splendid, Brad. And then there was, I want to say there was a 3 call up towards the top that got walked all over and I could barely hear it. Was there a 3 call in there I missed?
Victor Echo 3, Mike Sugar Sugar, in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Over.
Victor Echo 3, Mike Sierra Sierra. Thank you, Roger. Got you in there. I'm going to go up and pick up the northern Mark first, KC8FQV. Mark, we're sharing Elmers today. Do you remember the call signs of any of your Elmers?
Okay, the guy got me involved in ham radio. He's a teacher. W8TTZ. I think it's W8TTZ or TZZ. No, TTZ, I think it was. And so, there was many other ones. Were along the way. And, yeah, some of them have passed now. Yeah, so, other than that, let's send it back to net. But great doing it all, and so let's send it back to net, Nancy, KCFQV.
Gotcha, Mark, and thanks for sharing your Elmer with us. And Roger in Ontario, I'm going to go ahead and put you up next, VE3MSS. Good afternoon, and welcome to the net. Do you have the call sign of your Elmer that you'd like to share with us? Roger, Victor, Echo 3, Mike, Sugar. And did you have the call sign of an Elmer that you'd like to share with us? We're talking about our Elmers today.
Yeah, because I'm just testing out this radio that we issue 991A. Foxtrot 9991 is 1A, and I had a stroke, so you're going to have the benefit. I'm over 78 years of age, so there you go.
Well, sorry to hear about that, but the 991A is a great shack in the box to have. So we'll go ahead and clear with VE3MSS, and hopefully you can have a wonderful Wednesday. Thanks for chatting with us, and you can reach our net anytime after 12 o'clock noon Tulsa time, 7 days of the week at 49562 on Allstar, N5XQK-R on Echolink, and local here to the area, 147 Mark 090. So with that, let's pick up Mark in the middle, K4OG. Do you have call signs of your Elmers you want to share with us today, Mark?
OZZ, if I got that right. K4OG here. Good afternoon, Nancy, and everybody on the net. Well, mine's a bittersweet story, Nancy. I don't have one particular Elmer. I might have about 300, though. Call sign Sierra Alpha Romeo Alpha and November Oscar Alpha Romeo Sierra. I pick their brains, and that might be why they wake up lightheaded in the morning. But one I'm really been working tight with is WBAVMW. Now, there's one for you. I'm his R&D man, apparently, and love doing it. K4OG, back to net.
Oh, fine there, Mark. And, if I lived as close to Jim as you did, I'm sure I'd be more than tickled to call him an Elmer as well. Good on you. Have a wonderful Wednesday. We'll clear the K4OG and come on down to Keith, KEATQR. Welcome to the show this afternoon. What's some of the Elmers you've had?
KI5OZZ, KEATQR. Good afternoon, Nancy. Thanks for picking me up in there. Just wanted to get in on your hour and say hi. Elmers, I've had, like Mark said, many of them, because I like to believe that all ham radio operators are Elmers to one another. I may not be one as great, but there are others. But I've had two that really helped me out. The first one was N8MKR, John, who's still with us. And with that, and the Elmer I picked up there is also still with us. That's Bill. That's N8LTR. And Bill has given me a lot of help from the top of the tower, down the tower, to the coax into the shack, and the radios in the shack. In fact, today I'm sitting here, I've got my brand new amplifier sitting in front of me, and it was Bill's recommendation to get this one. And I know somebody else that has this amplifier as well. That would be AB8MO, Andy. He has the same one. And yes, Bill has been very beneficial to me. John has been as well, because John has helped me with soldering, which I wasn't very good at when we first started. Don't think I'm all that great at it now, but some of the finer soldering John has helped me with. But those are my two Elmers. But like Mark said, I have picked a lot of brains. I like to hear people talk. I learn more just by listening. But those are my two main ones, Bill and John. So with that, I just want to wish everyone a great day, wonderful Wednesday. Hope everyone's week is going well. Stay safe out there wherever you are. I'll turn it back over to you, Nancy. Fine hour. This is KE8TQR saying 73, and God bless.
fine business there, Keith. And, well, since you said that about Bill being up and down the tower and the coax and everything like that, no wonder they call him the long-tail rat. And I couldn't imagine an Elmer with the tagline of on RF the way it should be, not being an Elmer. Hi. So thanks for sharing your Elmers with us, Keith, and we'll clear with KE8TQR. Have a wonderful Wednesday and 73 at you. Let's pick up Ben, WB5VST. Good afternoon. Welcome to the show. We're sharing Elmers today.
Yes, this is WB5VST in Skyatook, if you know where that is. I had two, and I wish I could remember the call and so on, and the second one, he helped me a lot with Air Force Mars. Drop for a second. This was the person that I worked with, and on December 5th there was a tornado went through Tulsa, and I had CB, and he had 2 meters, had a weather watch, and he showed me the difference, and then he tutored me, had a lot back then in 76, you could do, well, what do they call it? Can't think of the name of it now, but it's an extra class that administers the text like additional class. Additional class.
Well, Ben, yes, I do know exactly where Skyatook is, and Skyatook has a couple of very special places that like to hash us out and picket fence us, and you found one of them. I got 90% of what you were saying, but it was cutting in and out pretty good. We got WB5DTM as your Elmer, and I don't know, perhaps you're mobile or something. I know one of our other regular folks that comes out of Skyatook, he knows where the ugly spot is, mobile for sure there. Do you happen to be mobile, Ben? Boy, that was a real tough last transmission there you had, Ben. We'll go ahead and clear with you, and was not able to determine whether you were mobile or not, but maybe get a few more feet on your antenna and or a better ground plane or some such nonsense like that. Great to have you on the show today. We'll clear with WB5VST. Make sure to tune in to us every day at noon, Tulsa time. Let's hop on down to pick up Brad, K5BDL. Welcome to the show this afternoon. We're sharing Elmers today. How you doing?
KI5OZZ and the net. This is K5BDL in Tyler. Good afternoon, Nancy, and everyone on board. 58 degrees right now and cloudy skies, in between showers. So far, a quarter of an inch of rain in the gauge. And on the question of Elmers, well, back when I was newly licensed back in 1992, one of our local hams there in Jacksonville, Texas, where I grew up, Roy Pierce, KI5P, was very helpful in getting a lot of things started and answering a lot of questions as I started getting new into the hobby. And later on here in life, some of our in the Tyler Amateur Radio Club now, and some of our members have been really good for Elmering, and I've also had the privilege of Elmering others who are new especially in portable operations for Parks on the Air and some of the digital modes. So glad to pay it forward, so to speak. So anyway, back to Net, K5BDL.
Oh, fine business there, Brad. It's great to hear from you and to hear about your Elmer there. We'll clear with K5BDL. Have a wonderful Wednesday and 73 at you. And it is the bottom of the hour and the end of the list at the moment. So we are sharing our Elmers today. This is KI5OZZ, the Oz, on the N5XQK Boredom Breaker Net. Come in with your call alphabetically and phonetically if you please. I'm listening.
Whiskey, Tango, WSTT, Garland County, Arkansas.
Kilo 7, Yankee Bravo Papa, Annette, Twin Falls, Idaho.
Control, please check in K5 CFY, Kilo 5 Charlie, Foxtrot Yankee, Ray in Tulsa.
Check in KI5 TAQ, mobile taco truck.
KC5, real big guns. And in Tulsa, mobile.
Kilo Alpha 8, Lima Yankee Juliet, KA8 LYJ, Bob, Barberton, Ohio, mobile.
KI5OZZ, this is Kilo Delta 8, Sierra Lima Golf, KD8 SLG, Nick, down the farm.
Well, that was a mostly orderly group of check-ins. That's clear who I've got here. Cal, W7STT. I got Annette, KK7YBP. I got Ray, K5CFY. Tim in the taco truck, KI5TAQ. Shannon, mobile, also KC5RBG. Bob, also mobile, KA8LYJ. And KD8SLG. Nick at the back of the bus. First of all, was there anyone I missed out of there?
KE8 RFK, Kilo Echo 8, Romeo Foxtrot Kilo. Name is Scott, I'm in Akron.
Fine business. Let's go to the top of our mobiles here and catch Tim in the taco truck. KI5TAQ, welcome to the net this afternoon. We're sharing who our Elmers are.
Hey, good afternoon, Miss Nancy. This is KI5TAQ. As far as Elmers, I think I've had few too many to remember who they are. But some of them I could possibly say, like a guy named Mark, Dr. Mark or Dr. Maud from Evergreen Baptist Church would help us get started with the exams and stuff, and then he'd once all that is done, then he'd get everybody together to maybe look at radios or maybe purchase radios and stuff, and let alone antennas. But that's him, and then there are others as well, and I'd say thanks off to these guys. Right now, like you know, I'm on my way to the playground. So you all take care. This is KI5TAQ in the taco truck.
Fine business, Tim. You make sure and say hey to Becca and the puppy for us. We'll clear with Tim and make sure to work the job and don't let it work you. We'll clear with KI5TAQ. And let's pick up Shannon in the mobile, KC5RBG. Welcome to the show. We're sharing our Elmers today.
Kilo Charlie 5, Romeo Bravo Golf. Well, I will have to say that I had multiple Elmers. Some of them are no longer with us. One of them, though, was his name was Tim Deal. And back when I first got licensed, he was the one that if a repeater had a problem, he would go and fix it for TART. And so I told him, I said, gosh, when you go, do those jobs, I said, call me up. I said, I would love to go with you. And so that's what he started doing. Every time they had a repeater problem, I would go with him. And we had a blast doing it. But yeah, that was one of my Elmers. Ron was actually one of my Elmers. AP5 VDB. And he helped me make my first proper J-pole. We did it as a group. Everyone went to his house with their materials, and he helped them get it all cut to length and all that good stuff, and educated people on how to use it and all that. So let me just reset. KC5 RBG returning, and so like I said, I had several Elmers, and when I didn't know how to do something, I would find the Elmer that knew how to do it, and then I would learn how to do it so I could help others. And that's kind of the way ham radio operators work. They're all about helping each other. One of the biggest reasons why I love being a ham radio operator. It's not just ham radio stuff they'll help with. It's everything in life. If you need someone to talk to, someone to, get you out of the house even, they're there. And it's just amazing the camaraderie ham radio operators have. Anyway, I'm out mobile, going to help a friend with a dead battery, so they're stranded out and about. So anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful day. This is Kilo Charlie 5, Real Big Guns. God bless, and 73. Back to net control.
Now, fine business there, Shannon, and hopefully you'll get that battery thing figured out. And thank you for sharing your Elmers with us. And, yeah, I think I had remembered you talking about going out with Tim Deal early on before you became a ham. But, yes, much like yourself, I am thankful for all of my family. Somebody has helped me with something somewhere along the way at any given time, for sure. Thanks for that, Shannon. You make sure and mobile safe out there in 73 to you. We're clear with KC5 RBG. And let's pick up Bob, our last mobile, KA8LYJ. Good afternoon. We're sharing our mobiles, we're sharing the mobiles. We're sharing our Elmers today, so if you have some to share with us, please do. Welcome, Bob.
Well, thank you very much, Nancy. And I suppose since I'm sharing here on the radio and I'm mobile, that I'm sharing my mobile. Hi. Anyway, like everybody else, I got a whole buttload of Elmers, but I think I can single out a few that Elmer would be more than others. I grew up in a ham house. Mother and father were both hams. KHWUO was mom, KHWUP was dad. So I learned a lot, just growing up. My brother, 10 years older than me, and I got our novice licenses at the same time. But, my brother Jim, he had 10 years on me, so he helped Elmer me with the electronics. He was always better at that than I was. And then when Dad's key went silent, Okay, I had to pick up a time there. When my dad's key went silent, Jim picked up his call, and he is now K8WUP. And then I had a couple of Elmers down in Virginia when I was stationed there in the service, helped me get my tech and my general, and set me up with a J-pole in my apartment down there. I wish I could remember their calls. I can remember their first names, Brett and Jesse. But that was 35 years ago. I can't remember their calls anymore. But that's it on my end. For Elmers, that I can pull off the top of my head that were really significant. But like the person before me said, shoot, every ham out there is an Elmer to another ham at some point or another. Hobby's wonderful that way. And with that. And with that, I'll turn it back over to Net Control. This is KA8LYJ.
Well, Bob, you make sure and mobile safe out there and find business sharing your Elmers and parents with us. It's not very often that you get to call your parents your Elmers. And my one soon-to-be Elmer actually was, his dad was a ham. So he got to have his dad as his Elmer, too. So that's a very rare thing. Mobile safe out there. Have a wonderful Wednesday. And 73 to KA8LYJ. Let's go back up to the top and catch Cal, W7STT. Welcome to the show this afternoon. We're sharing our Elmers. This is KI5OZZ for the net.
Yeah, KI5OZZM at W7STT here. Well, speaking of Elmers, my original one dates back to 1952. When I was still in high school, he was a teacher and operated or sponsored the Kilowatt Club, the radio club there at school. And I became interested and got licensed as a novice. And at that time, you could only hold a novice for 1 year. You couldn't renew it, and they had to upgrade. Well, I didn't get my code speed up, so I dropped out for a while and began my family, and one of them came along, got acquainted with Dennis, W5RZ, Whiskey 5 Romeo Zulu. He now, best of my knowledge, lives up north of Russellville a little ways, and haven't seen him for many, many years, but for quite a while I kept in contact. But anyway, when my son Dale came along and got interested in it, Dennis was guiding him, and they kind of pulled a dirty trick and got me back into it. So that's a longer story. We won't tie it up that way. But anyway, I'm thankful we did, because it's been a good thing between the two of us. We just really enjoy hamming, and he is now an extra. I quit climbing at General. That was enough. I didn't want to bend my brain that far. I got to recycle this thing. Hang on. And then after we got back into it, that was in late 1974, and got a license in February, I think it was, of 75, which means next month we will be 50 years in the fun deal, and have been having a ball with it. And overall, Miss Nancy, I forgot to say, Queen of Oz, and good to hear you in. I had been out for the earlier part of the day. I had a little errand to run. A son of mine was visiting here, another son, and we were tending to a little business for him. Anyway, make a long story short, I got in time to check in with you, and that's great. So we'll just pass along our 7.3s to the old geezers and 88s to the better-looking part of the crew, and pass it back to you, Miss Nancy. KI5OZZ, W7STT, clear on yours.
Well, thank you so much, Cal, for sharing your Elmer with us, but I can't let you go without your tagline.
Oh, yeah, it just now dawned on me. I'm going to get caught on it. Well, as old Tennessee Tyranny Ford used to say, may the good Lord take a liking to you. We sure do appreciate the reminder there. Thanks so much. Take care.
Fine business, Cal, and glad you got back in time to yammer with us and share your Elmer. So 73 to you, and have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. We'll clear with W7STT. And come on down to Annette, KK7YBP. We're sharing our Elmers today. Welcome to the show. This is KI5OZZ for the net.
Thank you, Nancy. I appreciate that. Well, let's see. My Elmer, actually, I'm in Twin Falls, Idaho, and my Elmer is in Marion, North Carolina. His name is Chris. KM4 DNX, Kilo Mike 4, Delta November X-ray. He's a pretty good Elmer. He's never been one, so we're both learning at the same time, which I think is kind of awesome. He's taught me a few things here and there. Still being new on Echolink and that, trying to set up a radio and stuff like that. He's been a real help for me, so I could pass on information to the husband. Husband finally got his text, so now he's able to get on, and he's thinking about maybe having Chris be his Elmer also. This way it's a little easier for the both of us and him. So that's my story. Nancy, I'll take it back to you. KK7YVP.
Oh, fine, Sarah Net, and it is perfectly okay to have long-distance Elmers. I know I have at least a couple myself. But thank you for sharing with us, and hopefully you'll continue to grow in the hobby and the family, as it were. So we'll clear with Annette, 73 to you, and have a wonderful Wednesday. We'll clear with KK7YBP, and let's pick up Ray, K5CFY, one of my esteemed Elmers. Welcome to the show, Ray.
KI5OZZ in the net, K5CFY. Well, good afternoon there, Miss Nancy. Great subject. I'm like a lot of guys. I have a bunch of Elmers that has helped me along. Ron, KB5EDB being one of them. And John Lathrop, N5TBM, the guy that built the tower trailer, was a mentor to mine. And, of course, Johnny, N5XQK, was definitely a big help in my getting to learn antennas and stuff on but anyway, and but my uncle, I guess, was the one that got me started, and his call is K5CFY, and when he became a silent key, I got his call sign. And then another one that was Elmer for a short time was Sean, and I learned all kinds of good stuff. Anyway, I'm pretty lucky. I had lots of good Elmers, still do, and thanks for running that there, Nancy. I'll give it back to you. K5CFY.
Fine business there, Ray. Thank you for sharing your Elmers with us, and may we always remember all of our Elmers in some way or another. Thanks again for sharing, Ray. K5CFY will clear with, and let's hop on down and pick up Nick at the back of the bus, sort of, because I got a couple of Blue Room check-ins after you. Nick, KD8SLG, welcome to the show. We're sharing Elmers. This is KI5OZZ for the net.
KI5OZZ, this is KD8SLG. Good afternoon, Nancy and all the Boredom Breaker netizens. Fine topic for sure. Well, I, of course, have to start off my list with KB8LNK. Ron, as you well know, he's always ready to jump in a big red truck and drive off to DX Engineering for anything you need. And he's just a wealth of information, just a general good guy. But, you know, when it comes to nets, I learned everything I know from K5CFY and K5ABF, especially the Netlogger side on Alex. And it's good to have Ray in here and say that. And, of course, yeah, Sean's come up a couple of times. Whiskey 7 Alpha Zulu Charlie touched a lot of people in a short time. I'd like to remind everybody about the Beacon Net tonight. 10 o'clock Eastern, that's 9 o'clock Tulsa time. Early check-in start a half hour before the net starts. Allstar node 48496, Echolink W8 WKY-R. If you can get here, you can't get there. We are linked up with the Border Breaker Hub. It's Josh and Lucy show tonight. Always a good time. You should tune in. Not the regular old Nick and Dustin show. Fine business as always, Nancy. This is KD8SLG, back to net control.
Fine business, Nick, and thank you for sharing your Elmers with us. And yeah, I guess I could put LNK in there for an Elmer, since I took pictures of his bracketry for his antenna array on the pickup, which I intend to have some simulation of a copy thereof made, or make it myself to go on my pickup. Because it is radioless at the moment, which we can't have that. So with that, we'll clear with KD8SLG. Have a wonderful Wednesday, and mend up already, will you? 73 to you, bud. Let's pick up our Blue Room check-ins. Eddie is the first of them, W3ETB. Welcome to the show. We're sharing our Elmers today. This is KI5OZZ for the net.
Yeah, hi, Nancy. I'm glad to be able to get in on your hour. Actually, when I left the Jiffy Lube, it didn't take them really more than 10 minutes. The lady came out. She actually came out and didn't even have to go inside, pull the car in or anything. She just popped the windshield wipers off and, went and checked and found the ones that would fit. Put them on real quickly for me, so the whole thing didn't take much more than 10, 15 minutes. So on the way back, I said, well, let me see if I could jump in and say hello to Miss Nancy here. And I could not get a connection to N5XQK, and I even tried to get a Echolink connection to Wales, but it did connect, but there was nothing there. So anyway, I was able to get home, and actually what I found was my son-in-law and my youngest granddaughter was here. She had been to the doctors and had 3 shots, so she was kind of passed out, which I think is a good thing probably after that. I think I'd be passed out too. And as far as Elmers goes, let me go ahead and let it drop for a second. Yeah, as far as Elmers goes, I would have to say, thinking about it when you mentioned that, I said Jerry Johnson, KC3 NRS. Jerry Johnson has helped me a lot with Echolink, Blue DV, and also with my Raspberry Pi 5-star. So he helped me tremendously with that. He has been off from ham radio for a while. I'm not really sure. He said that he had some issues with work and stuff like that, and some other issues, so he's been staying off from ham radio for a while. But as far as other hams that helped me, Ozzy helped me, Dave and Wales, and also Jairus tried to help me with Allstar just recently, and he gave me some good advice. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to come up with the cash app to be able to implement anything. Other than that, I would say the biggest Elmer has been YouTube. So anything I need to do, I usually wind up trying to go to YouTube first. See if I can turn it back to you there, Nancy. W3TV, back to net.
Roger that, Eddie, and thank you for sharing with us. And yeah, that actually does remind me, I can't recall any of the call signs off the top of my head, but the University of YouTube has been a friend of mine for several different things over the years, ham radio being one of them. So with that, you have a wonderful Wednesday in 73 at you. We'll clear with W3ETB. And let's pick up Greg, AI5HV from the Blue Room. Good afternoon. How's things going? And show your Elmers with us. This is KI5OZZ for the net.
Good afternoon, Miss Nancy and everyone else on the net. This is Greg, Alpha India 5, Hotel Victor. Hope you're having a good day so far today. So, Elmers, I've got a few here on my list. First one I put on the list there is, and these aren't in any given order, so if somebody is further down the list, please don't take offense. But I'd have to say Jeff Scoville, AE5ME, has helped me a lot in the digital realm and just getting me excited about it and pursuing different things there. And I'd say Jairus Barnett, AI5Q, from a perspective of Allstar and helping answer some questions I've had there. And then, of course, Mr. Ray, K5CFY, in helping me with Netlogger and just encouraging me to be NCO for the Boredom Breaker Net. Along with Alex Ferguson, K5AVF, also for being an NCO for the Boredom Breaker Net. Let me let this drop. And then last but not least was Sean Horn, Whiskey 7 AZC. He got me, let me know about the clear node. And when I got the clear node, I was like, it sounded really interesting. And man, that thing is really powerful and does a lot of different things, a lot more so than just an all-star node. So I'd say those folks are definitely on the top of my list there, Nancy.
Yep, roger that. All fine hams, every one of them.
That they are, and it's a shame that Sean's no longer with us. But it was good to. I'm not sure I ever got to meet him, but he was always a friendly guy, always helpful, and the others on the list are definitely helpful in their regards there. So I just want to say a big thank you to all of them. So Nancy, hope you're having a good day so far today, a good week.
Yep, it's a fine day. Just waiting for the weather to get here if it's gonna. We only have I want to say about a 45% chance later on today to get any precipitation, but it would be welcome indeed.
Absolutely. I think we've just had kind of a trace amount here at our house, but anyway, just glad to have a little bit of rain there and hopefully, give some plants and stuff, grass and stuff, some much needed moisture there. So I don't really have anything else, Nancy. Thank you for picking up the net this hour, and thankful to Jeff Scoville and Jairus on the back end there for helping to. I know the internet dropped earlier, and they were helping trying to get things back up and going once the internet came back up. And thank goodness it was only for a little bit there. But thank you, Miss Nancy, for running the net this hour. Appreciate you. Hope you and yours have a wonderful rest of your week. And with that, I'll say 7-3 and turn it back over to you. This is Alpha India 5, Hotel Victor.
Roger that, Greg. You have a wonderful Wednesday, and make sure to say howdy to Judy and give Ginger and Smokey a scritch for us. We'll clear with AI5HV 73 at you, and we'll wave howdy to Butch down there in Ardmore, who checked in on the blue screen for an in and out. He's having a rainy day, but 73 at you nonetheless there, Butch, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. So with that, it is just now the top of the hour, so I'm going to go ahead and make this last call for today's Boredom Breaker Net. This is KI5OZZ. We're talking about our Elmers today. Come on in with your call. I'm listening.
Echo November Uniform, K5ENU, Gil, Claremore.
Says Kilo Echo 8 Bravo Lima X-ray, in and out. And 6 EED Echo Delta, Southern California, Terry.
8 UIB, John in Ohio, recheck.
Now, fine group of hams there. Let's see, I picked up Gil, KD5ENU. I've got KE8BLE, I've got N6EED, and John probably at the salt mine, KE8UIB. Did I miss anyone?
Kilo India 5, Whiskey Delta Mike, KI 5 WDM, Donald in the Osage.
All right, I got you, Donald. I believe there was someone that doubled in with Donald there. I did catch your call. I did get KI 5 WDM.
Call sign Kilo Echo 8, Bravo Lima X-ray, not Edward.
Oh, thank you for that. You know what? That throws me every time. Every time I hear that X-ray, I hear the E and not the X part. So, sorry about that. Let's see here. Let's pick up Gil first. KD5ENU, welcome to the show. We're talking about our Elmers today. Come on in.
Well, good evening. I say good evening. Good afternoon. I've got several Elmers. One of them was, he is silent key, George Irwin, AC5JV. Wayne Williams, AA5JJ, and John Edwards, N5UUA. They have all been an Elmer to me. Matter of fact, George Irwin was on the board when I took my test. And so that was years ago now. But my first renewal, I should say, is up in 2 years, I think. Anyway, that's what I got. So I'll turn it back over to you. Have a good day. KD5EMU, back to net control, 7-3.
Roger that. So much for that, Gil. And I am familiar with John N5UUA. He's a very knowledgeable individual. And I've only heard of AA5JJ as the voice of Muskogee. But with that, we'll bid you 73 and have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. Thanks for sharing with us. We'll clear with KD5ENU. And let's pick up Jimmy, KE8BLX. Sorry about butchering the call there. That's one of my foibles, and it is amateur radio after all. Hi. So share with us your Elmers. Welcome, and come on in.
W8WK1.
KE8BLX. And my one and only Elmer is my dad. In heaven now. NRW. Grew up listening to him on the radio and till he passed, and I was gleefully handed down all of his ham equipment, and I'm not licensed for it yet, but I'm working on it. Gonna do my first renewal here in a couple months, but happy to do it, and I'm looking forward to being Elmer to both my Girl Scouts. There's a communications badge that they can get, and our local GARA radio group is going to help us get them certified as hams. One is 8, going to be 9, and the other one's 11. So they're both Girl Scouts, and they're going to get a patch for earning a new badge for communications. And I'll turn it back to net control, SA-73s.
Well, very fine business indeed there, Jimmy. We've got one of my Elmers that is one of the local gurus here, also has kiddos in the Scouts and has a, I believe she's 10 now, that is a ham. as well, and his name is Jairus, and his call is AI5Q, and he hangs out on this and other frequencies. But I'm sure he'd love to hear from you about your kiddos. I know his are involved with the Sunday WeatherNet here on this local repeater. Actually, I think it might be somewhere else also. Not quite exactly as familiar with that as I should be, but Jimmy, thank you for sharing that with us, and welcome to the Hamley, and keep on trucking with the radio knowledge and so on. So we'll bid you 73 and have a wonderful Wednesday, and clear with KE8BLX, and let's hop to Terry, N6EED. We're sharing our Elmers today. Welcome to the show. This is KI5OZZ for the net.
All right, good afternoon to everyone. Terry, N6EED in Cucamonga, about 50 miles east of LA. And Elmer, that was a radio car partner of mine. We were working patrol together, and he was a ham, and he got me interested. And taught me how to make wire antennas, gave me my love of CW. That would have been in 1978, 79, I believe. And I think when I got my novice, you could only have it for a year. I think that was still the rules. You had to upgrade. Passed on ham radio to my family. My wife is an advance. My oldest son's an extra, and my younger son is a Tech Plus. He didn't show that much interest in it, but he did do that. Anyway, that's the situation here on a cool, breezy afternoon here in Southern Cal, N6EED.
Well, it's great to hear from you, Terry, and glad you're not, I guess, in the area where any of the fires are. So good to hear from you, and thank you for sharing your Hamley and your Elmer with us. 73 to you, and have a wonderful Wednesday. We'll clear with N6EED, and let's pick up John at the Salt Mine, KE8UIB. Share with us your Elmer. This is KI5OZZ for the net.
KI5OZZ from KE8UIB. Good afternoon, Nancy, everybody out there on the net. And my Elmer would definitely be my Uncle Larry. KD8QYB. He got me and my brother a couple years ago in the ham radio, and a few years back as a Christmas gift, matter of fact, he got me and my brother each a little lockbox that had a bow thing inside of it with all the works and pamphlets to get our ham license, and so we both did at the same time, so it worked out pretty good. It was great encouragement, so that's been the biggest Elmer in my ham adventure so far. So with that, you guys, this is KE8UIB. I'm working away here in good old Hartville, Ohio. I'm going to go ahead and hand this back over to Net Control 73, y'all. Thanks for running that, Nancy.
Well, John, it wouldn't be a net if we didn't have folks like you calling into it and sharing info with us. So thank you for sharing your Elmer with us. And go live that $5 dream, a nickel at a time, and I'll throw a nickel in the jar for you. We'll clear with KE8UIB. A wonderful Wednesday and 73 at you. Let's pick up Donald out in the Osage. I guess you're going to be the tail gunner today. KI5WDM, welcome to the show. Share with us your Elmer.
Good afternoon, Miss Nancy. This is Kilo India 5 Whiskey Delta Mike. Well, there's a guy that lives about 15 miles from here. He's a ham operator, has been for a long time. I've known him for a long time, and when I need help, I can call on him, and I get help from him. And then, of course, the Rogers County Amateur Radio Club. I can always ask for help from them and get information that I need. So that's the extent of my Elmers, and like a lot of other folks, YouTube Academy has taught me more than I ever thought I'd learn about radio stuff. So there we go on that.
I feel you. You getting any rain out there just yet?
Well, it rained enough to get things wet, and then it quit raining. The air is real heavy damp, so I don't think it's done. It's just kind of in betweens.
Yeah, I haven't looked at the weather myself, but according to other family members here in the household, we're in for a few days of precipitation at any given time. So definitely looking forward to that. We sure need it.
I agree, and I believe you're up in northeast Arkansas. Is that correct?
No, sir. I'm at a little blip on the map called Pegs, and it is in between Locust Grove and Tahlequah.
Oh, okay. My bad. Yeah, I know where that's at. I used to do satellite TV installs. Traveled all over that part of the country and parts of Missouri and just around up in that area doing satellite TV installs. So, yeah, I'm familiar with that area. I've out messed around. I've been out messing with my tower, getting measurements and stuff. I'm going to start trying to weld up my base plates, get all that ready, start moving again on this tower project. I just about messed it. If it hadn't started raining just a little bit harder, I didn't realize I'd been out there so long, I'd have missed talking to you at all, and that would have not made me happy.
Well, I'm sure glad you decided to take a break and come in here and jaw-jack with us and share with us your experiences and what you got going on with the tower. So that sounds good, and sounds like you'll be flying high on the air here hopefully by summertime.
Well, that would sure be nice. I'd like to upgrade my license and have an antenna and a radio and by summer and do exactly that. That would be great. Miss Nancy, you have a great day. I'm going to let you go, and it was sure good talking to you. This is KI5WDM. Have a great day. 7 threes, everybody.
W8WKY.
Well, as usual, at least once during the time that I'm MCO, my node decides to speak for me. So sorry about the pause there, folks. Was there anyone else that I missed off of that last set? Alrighty, well, with that, I will go ahead and close the net, but I would like to thank, first of all, the Rogers County Wireless Association for sponsoring the net on the 147 Mark 090 machine, and the SARA Club for connecting us in Ohio and other places, and everywhere else that has decided to connect up with us and hear us jaw-jack and bring other parts of the Hamily in from all over the country. Thank you for that. Much appreciation is shown to all of our hams that checked in today and all of the Elmers that we recognize today. And I would also be remiss in saying to also please remember the folks that didn't make it in the Challenger shuttle. The anniversary for that accident was today as well. So with that, I will draw this net to a close and return the repeater back to normal amateur radio use, whatever that may be. And remember, folks, when tyranny becomes law, rebellion becomes duty. 7-3, y'all. KI5OZZ.
8W8WKY.